What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. Yeah, I want to talk about some Napoleon of the Outlaws, Tupac group, the Outlaws. Napoleon did an interview, and he said something that caught my attention about Tupac. Better yet, let me show y'all.
Was Tupac and Michael Jackson ever gonna work together?
I heard that rumor.
Okay,
Matter of fact, Pac mentioned one time that he was called to the studio to do a song for Michael Jackson to lay a verse. And he told his mother, his family, he was excited, and he went to the studio. And he's like, "Where's Michael Jackson?" And he's like, "Oh, he can't come. He wants you to lay the verse." He got up and left. He's like, "Man, he's not man," and that's Michael Jackson. He's like, "Man, he wasn't man enough to come say hi to me and speak to me. I don't want to get on the song." Yeah, I remember he mentioned that to us.
Dang, that's crazy, man. So he walked out
Walked
on a
out on the
chance to be
opportunity
on a
to
song
do
with Michael Jackson.
because he was more about ethics and morals. Like, we look up to you. If you want me on the song, at least come say hi to me. So he look at it now. That's normal. I guess people just send tracks here, but Pac look at it like, you can't come speak to me. I don't want to get on your song because, I don't think Pac was just doing stuff for money. Like, it was more personal if he get on the record with you and stuff like that. He didn't really care about the money.
Yeah. Okay.
See, that just shows you how Tupac character was. With Pac, it wasn't really all about the money. You could tell he that type of person because the music he made was heartfelt. It's like he was coming out his soul with the music. And these days, man, artists will sell their soul to do a song like with Jay-Z, the biggest thing out now. They'll sell their soul to do a song with Kanye West, Drake. Because they know that that's the button they can push to get on. That high power celebrity will help them reach up the top of their career. But Pac, he had morals. He respected himself. He did things the right way. And if it wasn't the right way with respect and morals, it don't matter how much money. You could tell he will not sell his soul. It's not about that. It's about morals with Pac, and Pac wanted what was right. That's why I respect Pac. That's why I like Tupac. Cause anybody would have killed to do a song with Michael Jackson. Back in the day, Michael Jackson was big. That was big for a rap artist to collab with Michael Jackson. And Pac turned it down, man. You got to be really love yourself to do something like that, man. Cause these days, I don't really know anybody that would turn down a feature from the hottest artist in the game, man. They're gonna look like, that's my stepping stone. I'm finna get on. But see, Pac was built different, man. That's why his music was different. That's why he stood out in the rap game. And I hear a lot of people talking, they're saying like Tupac and Michael Jackson got into a fight. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that ain't never happened. If Tupac and Michael Jackson ever got into a fight, you know how big that would have been all over the news? Man, people would have been talking about that, man. I don't think anybody can get close to Michael Jackson to even touch him to do anything like that. Michael Jackson was big. Listen on, a rap artist like Tupac getting close to Michael Jackson, putting paws on Mike. Come on, y'all. Y'all know better than that. And Idi Amin from the Outlaws, confirmed that never happened, But, this internet will have a lot of people thinking like, man, did you hear about Tupac and Michael Jackson got to fight? And they run with it. And a lot of people just fall into the, stuff like that, knowing things like that isn't true, man. That would have been talked about now to this day and age. But I just wanted to show this video, because everybody that's big don't really sell their soul. Everybody that's big and have a name really live off principles and morals. Everybody that's big it's not just about money with them. Of course, you know they want money. You know, you need money to survive. And Pac would probably look like, I'm getting money, you know. But if I come to this studio to drop a verse, I'm coming to see Michael Jackson. I want to shake his hand. I want to speak to him, probably take a picture with him or something to show him how big of a fan I am to him. You know, Pac wanted that respect, but Pac felt like, you know, I'm coming to the studio. He can't even come to see me do this verse for him. He can't at least come show up because I probably would never see him again. He can't at least show up and just say hi, you know, and watch me do my thing that he liked, that I think he liked from me because he want a verse from me, so he must be a fan of me as well. So I want to see, you know, let's get this respect. We might can build out something here. Build a friendship. Who knows? That's how Pac looking at this. The biggest icon in the game, Michael Jackson, I get a chance to meet, but when I come to the studio to do something for him, he's not there. So that I can, you know, witness him with my own eyes. Pac like, nah, I ain't feeling that, man. He must not feeling me. I don't want it like that. That's how Pac felt, man. And, you know, that's real people. When people be talking, I'm a real ninja. No, that's real. Being real to yourself. Having respect for other people, you know. And I could tell by Pac, by the music he made, that's how he was built, man. And that's why, you know, Tupac is one of my favorite rappers. And I just want to touch on that, you know, because a lot of people will sell their soul in the instant, man, for that mighty dollar. And like I said, especially to get that big feature from an artist that they think that'll take their career to the next level. I really don't know any artist to this date that would turn down a big feature from Jay-Z if Jay-Z wanted to jump on their album. And if they was to go to the studio and Jay-Z didn't show up, they'd be like, oh, well, they'll still drop and try to promote and be like, yeah, I was with Jay. I did a song with Jay-Z. Look, check it out. But never met him. You know, and Pac was just one of them ones, man. Nah, I'll pass. I'll do this on my own. Pac probably went back in the studio and that's why he came up with the hits he came up with. And that's why he is one of the biggest rappers to this day, man. After he passed, he still be, people still talking about him. Because look at the music he made. Look what type of person he was. His music was real heartfelt. And if you listen to it to this day you will feel it. And when you feel it, it's gonna get in your soul and you're gonna be like, damn. You know, that's Tupac. So shout out to Tupac again, man. Rest in peace, Tupac. He was one of the great ones. We'll never get another one like him. I see that now. And that's why, you know, Tupac is well respected in my book. Straight up. If you made it this far in the video, like the video, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. And as always, I'm coming back with some more flavor. And it's all good. It's your boy, Mean Joe Green. Love. And I'm about